Alright everyone, so we finally have the summary of chapter 306 of My Hero Academia spoilers, and I'm sure that this chapter will surprise all of you. But before that, my prediction has been going on point. Like the prediction I made on My Hero Academia chapter 305 about this chapter has been coming true throughout. So you guys better start taking me seriously because my prediction are actually coming real. And for that, all of you have to subscribe to the video because we are aiming towards 20 subscribers by the end of My Hero Academia manga. And you are right, this manga will be coming to end very soon. So yeah, like this video, share it to your friends and all the stuff, and let's get started. Alright, so the title of the chapter is The Beginning of the End. So by it's pretty clear that the manga will be coming to an end or is pretty near to the end. So the chapter starts with All Might internal monologue saying that although he did not hear Deku's word, he can feel it. The conversation with the previous predecessor of One for All, the conflict of his teacher Nana Shimura. So it's just highlighting all the past chapters, all the conversation in the One for All void which has happened with Deku and other predecessors, which is pretty clear. Continuing this, he went outside the Deku's room. We could see Best Genius Hawks were waiting for him, and then Hawks asked him what is all for one. So One for All. Endeavor had told Hawks that Shigaraki and All for One were aiming for Deku. All Might decided to tell Hawks and Best Genius everything. So it seems like Hawks and Best Genius will be getting more of action in this whole chapter. Okay, so continuing that, the next scene we see a press conference of Endeavor, Hawk and Best Genius. Endeavor admitting that Darby said was true and he vowed to apologize. Those who watched them on television showed their disappointment. The press then asked about Best Genius' death. Hawks explained that it was a plan to infiltrate LOV. He admitted that when what Darby said about his dad being a villain and the fact he killed a villain was truth, and Hawks apologized for that as well. So it seems like all of them, like Endeavor, Hawks and even Best Genius, are like admitting their mistakes and all the things and secrets they kept from the public. And actually this was what I said, that a public conference will be held, which actually also held after the attack on at the start of the season when Shigaraki and that Nomu attacked the camp of the new students of the class 1A. So I was pretty sure that this was going to happen, and I even talked about this in one of my videos. So continuing this, one of the reporter told Endeavor that her mother was heavily injured due to Gigantomachia's stampede. She couldn't expect that they will only bow and apologize calmly because these things happened because of Endeavor's past mistake. Endeavor asked her if he sobbed and apologized. Will that do it for her? She was mad while screaming that the hero should make it up by handling all the villains. Continuing that, one of the reporters told Endeavor that her mother was heavily injured due to all the commotion made by Gigantomachia. She could not expect that they would only bow and apologize so calmly because these things happened because of Endeavor's past mistake. Endeavor asked her if he sober and apologize. Will that do enough for her? She was mad and while screaming that the hero should make it up by them by handling all those villains. But then she calmed down as she realized that this is what they are here for. And then Endeavor continued and said that, as you have said, that the only way that Endeavor can atone his sins is only by capturing all those villains and putting them behind the prison once again. Then Best Genius continued to explain that with the number of heroes decreasing greatly, they need to make their jurisdiction smaller. So the government has decided that everyone will evacuate to huge establishment with security system. UA is one of them. All the student family have evacuated to UA already, and it is pretty weird because the citizens numbers are actually very great. So I don't think that all of them will actually fit in UA, but yeah, it is manga and you should not get into science here. In the next panel, we see a narration saying that the hero were greatly filtered by the criteria of expectation of people. no one could become a hero. There are these people, like these were the example of heroes which were given. And Wash and Miruko, like finally Miruko was shown, like after like billions of chapter later, our boy Miruko finally showed up. Like that is just good enough for this chapter. Like this chapter is already good enough for Mireku to show herself. Sorry. So we also see Darby saying apparently it was not enough for bullying them. So like he's like pretty like annoyed by seeing like his father again standing up and all those civilians still like listening to heroes. And like so he's like, oh, we should have bullied them even further down. So continuing this, the press asked Endeavor about One for All, but Endeavor said that he does not know about it. Boom. Then the press asked Endeavor about One for All, but Endeavor said that he does not know anything about it and it is being protected by Deku and All Might. The next panel was all the One for All student in the UA dome, showing that they have received a letter from Deku. So here you can feel the vibe that Deku has already left the UA dome, which means that Deku has officially left the UA Academy, and which is pretty weird. Like, which is not that weird, but what I predicted was that UA will expel Deku, because a big secret was leaked, and because of this a lot of commotion will happen. So UA will actually like expel Deku, and one of the teachers or will go with him, and of course Bakugo will go with him. But it looks like that Horikoshi took an opposite turn, but like it was not something off the charts for me, so I can like believe this. So Uraka-san thanks until now. So this is what the letter is saying to Uraka-san, thanks until now. I wanted to share my secret with everyone in class A. I believe this is something I should tell. So I write this letter. My power is a special power I received from All Might, and Shigaraki and All for One were coming after this. That's why I can't. This was what we saw from the letter from Uraka-san, and then the narration beside this panel was also, if what it takes to be called a hero is someone who should not be wary when walking tough, difficult road, then when they are in pain, who will? Uraka-san said so stupid, like Baka. So like here it is not like directed to who she's saying, but most probably I think it is towards Deku, because he should have told all this like a long way ago. And then the continues the last panel, we see that the time skip to April, and narration said that Deku has left his academy. In the last panel he says a big villain. So the big villain can lead to actually many things like Kikanto Mafia and Shigaraki, One for All, yada yada. And I do think that Bakugo and Todoroki not being shown in this chapter will be something which will be covering in like next 1 to 2 chapters. Before, I think that this volume will be the last volume, and this volume will be like covering up the whole My Hero Academia season. So I think that there will be like 1 chapter, or it can be 2 chapters which will also come after this, and then this volume will be over, and then the My Hero Academia manga will be over. So it will be pretty interesting, and I think that it will be incredible if like the next manga will start with like actually Bakugo introducing like leading the manga, and is like going for search for Deku. Like, although he will not go for search for Deku, but he also start training alone and leaves UA Academy. And same for Todoroki, although Todoroki is a pretty different character, so I don't know about him. But yeah, like it is pretty interesting. Like I am really excited for future of this manga, and if Deku get any or like other character development, that will be huge, because right now the major like negative I think in the manga is like Deku's own character, because he like seems like a god, like he knows everything, and like he's like the most rightest person. He does not even need any sort of character development. All he needs like more power-ups. So like that will be pretty cool. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I will be like making my reaction like a reaction video, or you can say like explaining video of chapter 209 like 306. So make sure to join for that. So subscribe and like and share this video with your friends and family, and thanks for watching so far, and see you guys in the next one.